Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the
Hello, hello.
channel. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Thank you very much for being here. But it is Sunday night, and it is
Hmm.
Mass Effect night, which means I get to
Yes.
turn everything over to Pope
Hmm.
on that side.
Hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World Build on the internets. I will be your storyteller this evening. While I use he, him pronouns, there will be many different people of ability, shape, and gender that I will be playing throughout this evening. Um, but before we get into what is set to be a rather adventurous night, let's meet our amazing fellow storytellers. Have them tell you like who they're playing and maybe an opinion on I don't know their favorite way to bail out of a possibly exploding aircraft.
Hmm.
Um, so first up is our favorite pilot. Hey Jesus, how you doing and who you playing?
Hey guys, this is Jesus, and currently this one is playing Kryn, uh, a master pilot, a master adept, and also one could say a amateur relationship coach. This one hopes that if we will survive this particular mission, and then I can go about learning the intricacies of matrimony, one could say, because, as my people are not aware of gender as other races know it. So this I value as a great learning experience. Also, I hope I don't die.
Someone who is always up for learning is PB. How you doing and who you playing?
Hi, I'm PB, and today I'm playing Etzli Leon, our infiltrator sniper friend. And you know, when it comes to jumping out of any moving object, I think just the thing to keep in mind is to you gotta be careful. That's the only thing to keep in mind. Just be careful.
Someone who definitely takes care, but I don't know who if careful is a good descriptor is Chris. Hey, who are you playing and how you doing, friend?
Hi, yes, Chris Kinnears, aka the Painting Pirate, he, him pronouns, playing Bars, our soldier Krogan, also he, him pronouns, who believes the best way to bail out of a potentially exploding airship is with an elbow drop so that you can land on something soft and people are soft.
People are soft in comparison. In comparison, someone who is soft and maybe crunchy is played by Lady Luck. How you doing? And who you playing?
Hi. Hi, I'm playing Tazik. We'll do the shorter version of the name, who is a Solarian engineer. And I would like to both point out that one, we did not specify possibly exploding aircraft at the end of last episode. So that's new. And two, Tazik is absolutely pushing Kryn out. Like, I'm assisting you on your path to the ground.
Fair. This team is so friendly, and the friendliest by far is their doctor. Hey, Prax, who you playing?
Hey, y'all. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax, and I get to play our Drell Sentinel Medic. Both of us use she, her pronouns, and Dr. Athuru is definitely of the same way you abandon a crashing aircraft is the same thing you do when you abandon a sinking ship or you fall overboard. You go out and then down so you don't get dragged into the wake of the explosion and sucked in and die that way. So flip off the rail and further out, and then artfully take pictures of the Krogan who is going to body slam somebody on the way down. Also, for those of you who are out there who want to make art, I totally need art of our Krogan um, jumping from the top rope, elbow body slam, somebody, and just going squish. I
Ours
could just
doing
see
a
that.
450 splash would be a sight to see. Um, but let us do a quick recap for those of you who maybe this is your first time joining us. And either way, like, thank you for being here. So this story takes place um, a little over 3 months after the events of Arrival in Mass Effect 2. This team has been put together by a bunch of somewhat shadowy to very shadowy individuals within Citadel space who recognize that some things are going on and it's not great, and things need to be done. And they put together this incredibly capable crew. And from their debriefings and after acquiring their lovely ship, they decided to hit up Noveria to try and recover a stolen piece of tech from Lost Risk Control. They had their prototype coil gun and its many experimental capacitors, with the exception of one, was lifted in a daring and violent, but not necessarily bloody, robbery. They got permission and to through using Tazik's availability and the interesting way that the Solarians deal with mating rituals, culture, etc., has negotiated the team's way into Alanis, and after discussing things with a very interesting detective, they think they know where the culprits might be, which is a secondary site, an earlier one that Lost Risk Control had farther away up in the mountains, a much smaller, less grand facility. And they got leave to borrow a chopper and a pilot to go off to this lovely facility and see what they could find. And just as we left off, there was an alarm going off that sprouted missile lock. So, the first roll of the day I'm going to make, and I'm going to roll a d20 and see how good this pilot is. Surprisingly good. Okay, with a 17, which turns into a dirty 20, your pilot manages to bank out of the way as this thing zooms by it, but not before, interestingly enough, as it's passing, the missile airbursts. I need all of you to give me a Constitution saving throw. DC 11.
Oof, got a solid 8.
Oh dear.
9.
19.
21.
I rolled a 3, which included a nat 1 with a +2.
No.
3 is not 0.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
It wasn't that one though, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Even at that low DC, you guys never fail to impress. So Etzley, Bars, this isn't your first rodeo. You've been in things that went boom. And you know how to ride that out. We are finding out that others are less experienced in being in something that flies and
Hopefully we'll get our...
can explode.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll some damage, which our companions that failed will take.
Mm-hmm.
Though that's not the important part.
Really?
So you take 11 damage that bypasses shields.
Okay. And I didn't have a chance to put on my barrier, so that's great.
Yeah. As like you all get rocked in this vehicle that is now taking damage and it is going down. I'm going to roll quickly for your pilot to see if he's still conscious.
Okay.
He is.
Pilot's doing great.
Pilot's doing great. Yeah. We will call him Phil. He has earned a name.
Nice.
So Phil is going to get you guys to a safe crash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can choose to bail out, or you can ride this thing all the way down. I leave that to each one of you individually.
What's our trajectory if we ride it all the way out?
You will be closer to the building, but that also means that you are going to be hitting, depending on how this lands, either like in a pretty open field, or you could careen as he's trying to get this out of the spin into a wall of the mountain. So 60% chance things go well.
This one's things we should decide quickly.
Mars will start barking out orders in this situation because somebody's got to take control here.
True.
And he's going to be the one to do it. Here.
Phil, anchors in on the side. Everyone, bail out on my word. We use the crash as cover.
This one understands.
And we'll wait until the key point of the trajectory going down to where we can bail out behind the crashing craft, which hopefully Phil can then kind of bring in a bank to give us cover.
Yep. And then I go over to the pilot as he's, of course, 100% focused on not dying and go, this one asks if you have a parachute.
There's a couple.
Okay. Make sure to take one.
Feels like, what do I even do with this? Tazik would go to probably whatever. I guess it would be the back bay door of this craft. With Argos. Argos is going to be with Tazik and is like, okay, cool. You know what you're doing, Bars. So.
Yep. Crane also goes to the back, preparing for the jump off.
Okay. So, things are going to happen. Kren, are you going to cast Slow Fall?
Yes.
Okay. You get to pick, if I remember correctly, 5 targets.
Yes. Which includes myself, correct?
That would include yourself, yes.
Phil, we hardly knew ye. The crew.
Okay. So, that's the 5 of you that do not need to make checks. There is Phil, and there is a rather... Well, the nice thing is Carl can fly. So Carl's good. However, there is a rather large individual that's not being slow-falled. So, Tazik, I'm giving you a choice.
Okay.
You can make an acrobatics check for our favorite, not Elcor, or you can give me a Constitution saving throw for our favorite, not Elcor.
Right? I mean, it's an over-under. He's a basic power suit. I haven't done much to upgrade Argos much yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you said an acrobatics check?
Acrobatics or Constitution saving throw, your choice.
I mean, they're all the same for poor.
Okay.
I think.
It just tells me how this goes. Those two things.
Gonna be great.
It's gonna be fine. We're gonna go for
It's gonna be great.
acrobatics just because I think it'll be funnier.
It's the same DC. It's DC 11.
Let's switch over so I can actually see what gets rolled. And
That's a 4.
But not a nat 1.
No, it is not that one, but that is a 4.
this happens to me a lot, y'all.
Wow. Good news, everyone. It's the happiest face.
Oh,
Yes!
woo!
Argos.
So I have news, as this is a crash. Phil tries to save the plane. You will find out how well Phil saved the plane later. Well, the chopper, I should say. And as for Argos has suffered some damage. Most of it is artificial. There are a few things that are now loose. We will deal with those consequences later.
But he's still functional for the most part.
He is functional and mobile. Very scraped up.
All right, that's fine. It's weather damage.
Weather damage.
Left out of the brain. It's fine.
So, like, the 5 of you are all like gliding down, descending as.
Oh wait, I really wanted to push Kryn out of the ship, out of the chopper.
I was already getting out. You don't have to push me.
I was just like helping you.
Why are you helping me with a kick?
Do you really want to push the person that's supposed to be saving you?
I'm just gonna a lot's happening right now. We're just trying to save our lives. I'm helping Kryn because we all need to get out.
Mhm.
Helping.
It's definitely not like the 300 Sparta kick straight out the door.
Go ahead and get yourself another renegade point. As this friendliest of taps happens as you are crashing out of a helicopter, and the person who is saving your ass is the one that you're approaching.
This one understands.
But you all float gracefully down as there is a thunderous series of noise from ostensibly the crash site. But before you impact, there is an incredibly loud thud. And there is an Argos-shaped crater in the snow.
It's snowing here, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He managed to hit a very deep patch.
Nice.
Found like the only snowdrift this side of the mountain.
Just thump. Snow goes everywhere. It's a mess, but Argos is intact. And yes, the as Bar said, the crashed vehicle is, and the slope that you're on is acting as cover. So what do you all do?
Tazik's definitely trying to like scoop, like dig Argos out, while also yelling at Bars like, "Good choice, we survived."
This one is glad. Shall we? Well, after you dig up Argos, shall we continue? Also, I guess we should check if the pilot survived. Oh no, they might be going to the crash site. Hopefully he survives.
I think the doctor's gonna look at Tazik trying to dig out Argos and go, Tazik, move aside for 30 seconds.
Okay. Shuffles back, stands next to Bars.
She's gonna use her biotic throw to throw the snow away from Argos without hitting Argos.
Okay. You're able to get him out relatively quick.
It's like, this looks like it will be faster. Let's go this way. I don't
Yeah.
want to stay around a crash site that long. But we don't want to leave your not Elcor behind.
While this lot are doing that, Bars is going to move up to the nearest available point of cover and take a look and see what, if anything, is coming our way, and will motion to Esley to flank him.
You get in
Okay,
cover. Go ahead and give me a perception test.
And this is why I wanted Esley to come too.
14 is not bad at all. So you get to cover about, I want to say, 90 meters ahead is where the initial impact happened. But this thing has managed to, due to momentum, skid up slope before finally coming to a halt, at least for now. But past that, about, I want to say 400 meters from where you guys are, is the facility. You can see it is a very large, thick, but it looks like it only has 2 stories building, very brutalist style, built into the side of this mountain that you are on. Don't necessarily have advantage on the helipad, but you see the building. But you also manage to notice, because you know what to look for, that on the top of the building, there is, surprise, surprise, 2 missile turrets.
About right.
So that is what you managed to see.
Can we tell if they're like surface to air missile turrets?
The beautiful thing about Mass Effect is they are multi-purpose, because these things home.
I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be your answer. Thanks.
Yeah, Kryn turns to Bars. Is like, this one asks, what should be our path?
So is there a path that is the most covered to get us as close to the facility as possible? And was there anyone coming out of the facility towards the
you
crash
see no one moving out of the facility. You do see that the closest turret is definitely turned and aimed towards the crash. But it has not fired yet. The air one doesn't seem to be honing in on you. If you hug the wall, because off to your right is mountain. If you hug the right side, keep low. You won't be completely out of sight, but you will give less of a view of yourselves.
Yeah, Bars is going to lead the group through the kind of hugging that wall to keep as far out of the view of anything, mainly those missile turrets, as possible, and as close to anything that we can dive behind if anyone that comes out to see what the hell just happened.
Okay, and I'm guessing you're all going about this rather stealthily.
Yes.
Okay, give me stealth test, please.
Master of Shadow coming up. Oh, actually not bad. 16.
Hmm.
13.
So, Etzli, 16. Kryn, 10. Doc, 13. Tazik, 4. And Bars is the world's stealthiest Krogan.
No, he isn't, because Bars is wearing heavy armor.
Oh, so that's
No.
a 9.
Oh,
That's a
no.
9. That 20 does not count.
Damn,
That's a 9.
that's a 9. Okay.
So, oh no, that was, I was looking at PB stealth minus 10.
Does Argos also need to do a stealth check for this?
No, I'm just going to use yours.
But it's terrible.
I know this.
Doing great, y'all.
You're doing fab.
So the human is there using her elite training to stealth through, looks behind her, and the tumbling aliens are just crashing over.
Well, Bars is in front and is doing his
Oh,
best, but
okay.
you have to remember, a Krogan is not a small thing.
Yeah, he is half-assing this. Like, stealth is not his thing. He's well aware of this. Like, there's a token attempt.
And I love how the dice are telling the story, because Etzli's behind Bars.
Yeah.
So Etzli essentially has a mobile wall in front of her.
Yeah, that's how this works. I am the cover.
And then I think the doctor's behind them, and then just
Yeah.
trying to shake off the rattle from the crash.
Yeah, things are going fab. As you move up, like adjacent to the crash site, if you peer in, you do not see the pilot. You move past, you get, I want to say, within 100 meters of the facility, and a shot rings out. And Bars, it's just 2 meters in front of you where the shot impacts. And there is a blip over all of your comms. Unidentified team, please identify yourselves. Do you respond?
Did I see where the shot came from?
You have a good idea just by the trajectory. You don't necessarily see who fired it, but you know that it's coming from just a little bit beside that turret that's aiming at you. It has to be.
Bars will he'll turn back to the rest of the group.
One of you has a brilliant idea to buy us time. Go ahead, otherwise, really.
Your face wanna deal with this?
Bryn turns around, and realizes it's him, is them. This one is glad to. This one asks, though, what should we say? Remember, we are here officially for matrimony, not to investigate anything.
Would we have had any sort of clearance code or documentation or something from Tazik's suitor?
You have like some copies of paperwork, but you would have to dig for that kind of number, and you've got a missile turret and probably a sniper trained on you right now.
We did not come here under official sanction, so if we're gonna say anything, lie.
Okay, I was just checking in case we had something like really obvious we could use. But yeah, this is
The
valid.
truth does not help us here.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm getting a tour while I'm courting with.
Yeah, I mean, we came in with their pilot and their ship, so
Yes.
obviously we're supposed to be here, right?
What was the name of the guy you were supposed to be courting again?
That is a Mr. Klemesh Zound.
Lanesh Zound. 1 second. Lanesh Zound. All right. I connect, and I immediately say, "This one has to ask. Why was our vehicle? Why did you shoot one of your own vehicles?"
Unidentified team, please identify yourself.
This is Corinne, matrimony expert for Tazik. This one is wondering again, why did you shoot us?
There's a long pause. A different voice comes on. This is Soraya Velos. To the team that is by the crash site, identify rank, company that you are with. Otherwise, I suggest you start hiking back down that mountain.
Okay. Perhaps a message was not sent. This one works for Inoste Tazik, who is in matrimony relations. I says talking with. Sorry, I'm a little stressed because this one is a little stressed because we were just shot at with one Klanesh Zound. We were brought here to as a tour of many of the facilities to make sure that this Klanesh is a good partner for Tazik. This is one of the facilities we were supposed to investigate and look about to show that Klanesh is essentially a worthy mate, to show what the type of organization that he works for. And then you shot at us.
This facility is no longer a part of Lawless Risk Control.
This one was not aware of that and was not told of that. This one asked, who shot at us?
There's just a click. There's a long pause.
And as during the pause, Corinne messages everybody else like, this is either them bringing us in or deciding to silence us. This one said just be prepared.
How long is this pause?
It's quite a bit. Now, for any of you with mercenary experience, y'all can give me a. Let's look here. Yeah, go ahead and you can give me a history test. To see if you recognize the name that was given.
Nope.
You know, that checks out.
No way in hell.
Okay.
17 for me. So.
Or for nat 1, and Bars coming in clutch again. Bars, you have kind of an oh shit moment as you recognize that name. Soraya Velos is one of the 3 captains for the Eclipse Mercenary Company.
Oh no.
Like full-on commander. She is old. She is professional. She is also an absolute sadist.
So not a fan of true love is what you're basically telling us.
No, like Bars, you know this woman by professional reputation at the very minimum, and like this is somebody who has the rep of like she enjoys what she does, and she loves to get close when killing someone.
Right. Yeah, he will relay that information to the rest of the squad.
Either we start hiking back now, or go with there is no.
Sorry, but I barely heard that.
Either we start hiking back now, or we go in guns blazing. There is no.
This one asks, what are our chances with guns blazing? And this one asks, if we go down, will they still not shoot? Will they not shoot us anyway?
Odds are they'll just come and shoot us. Our odds ain't great.
I vote not having them come at us when we don't know they're coming, and removing the threats. They said that this is no longer part of the Alliance for control. Therefore, one has to assume that what we want to get paid for is nearby.
And this one knows that Alanis most likely does not know that Eclipse has taken over. They would want to destroy any witnesses anyway. Chances of them leaving us alone are, as you said, Bars, 0%. Shall we... what's the human term? Go all in?
Sounds good. I'm going to hit my tactical cloak, and I'm going to move ahead into some cover and try and find who the hell is aiming at us at this moment.
Yep.
And aim at them.
As I see Esley do this, I'm going to turn on my bio barrier and look for some cover.
You guys can move into cover and push ahead. Esley, I'm not even going to make you roll. I know your scope. You're good. You scan. There is now no one on the roof. It is just the 2 turrets. You scan the windows. It looks like they're there has been some significant changes to this place, because you can tell that those windows aren't supposed to have ballistic curtains up, but they all do.
Mhm.
So, like, this thing has been heavily barricaded. You scan the front of the building. You see that there is what is likely one machine gun turret
Mhm.
right near the front double doors. You don't have a full look at the helipad, but it looks clear.
Mhm. So our immediate threats, those 2 turrets and that machine gun.
And machine gun turret, yeah.
And how far away are the turrets and machine gun?
Machine gun turret is about, I want to say, from where you guys are currently, roughly 100 meters.
Okay.
The closest missile turret is about 125. The other one is 150.
Okay. This might be a Normandy situation if we're not careful as we're running forward.
You tell me what y'all want to do.
The missile turrets, do they look manned or automated?
I Etzli can tell you they're all automated.
Okay.
Hey, Tazik,
Yes.
if Carl can get over there, think he can hack the turret?
Tazik turns and looks at Carl like, Carl, now's your time. I have confidence he can do it. Well, he can do something. Carl, you can do something here. Would there be enough cover for Carl to fly close to the ground and be able to make it to the
It would be a risk. I'm not saying he can just do this easily. There is some risk. But given how quick Carl is and Carl's size, he's got a real good chance of getting close to a turret and giving you the possible opportunity to hack it.
I also intend to provide a distraction for Carl to do this. So whichever turret he is going to, I know we're nowhere near close enough to actually hit it, but in the general direction of the other one, Boris is going to chuck one of the grenades.
Cool.
Let's start making explosions so that Carl can go around.
Right.
I'm aiming at the missile turrets up top.
Okay.
And we'll shoot as soon as one moves, even twitches.
Good to know.
How far are we from the I guess the door with the automated machine gun turret?
Again, you're about 100 meters
Okay.
from that door.
Just wanted to double check. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
All right.
The doctor's gonna try and find some cover, but also, are there, like, Novaria has trees. How far?
Not
too
you.
far, okay.
Not that you guys are above the tree line.
We're above the tree line.
Okay.
Okay. The doctor's gonna try and find cover so that she's equidistant from Bars and Tazik
Mm-hmm.
and Kryn.
Okay.
And assume, because she doesn't know where Etzli is.
Okay. So important question. So basically, everyone here is out of range to shoot at those turrets anyway, right?
No, I'm always in range.
Okay. So, but I don't know where you are. So for everybody else, I'm gonna toss a smoke grenade to give us at least a little cover.
Okay. So you guys are tossing 2 grenades.
If you're doing the smoke grenade, I'm going to hold on to my more
Okay.
explosive one then.
Okay.
Well, you
'Cause
can.
I thought the only grenades we had were the ones that Baz and Esley bought.
No, I brought some smoke grenades and some lift grenades just in case.
I also we have four regular grenades from me as well.
Okay.
Right.
Dope.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
you go ahead. You pop smoke.
Mhm.
Tazik, you give me an engineering test.
Well, it's better than before.
That's 10. Okay. Not great, not terrible.
But they had advantage because Carl's awesome.
Carl is awesome, but Carl can only do so much lifting.
Okay. Fair.
So Carl does his best, given your request. Smoke gets popped. Etzley, when smoke gets popped, you see the missile turret see movement and recognize movement. Would you like to take a shot?
I would like to take a shot. Yes.
Okay.
Where is? Would this constitute a sneak attack?
Yes, because it does not. It is not aware of you.
All right. Pog. All right. Sneak attack. Which one are you? Why are you two different? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. I did in fact label it. I just can't see the label.
Mhm.
I am then just gonna. 26
26 hits.
Hey. Jeez.
for whatever that equals to 17.
17 damage. Okay. So, you shoot this turret. It is a solid shot. This thing, it has thick armor. You have put a significant dent in it, but it is still in one piece. By seeing that, you can tell that this is actually a stationary platform. This isn't a mobile, because with the kind of shot that you put in, if it was a mobile, this thing would have shifted. This thing is locked in place. There's good news and bad news to that. Once you're out of its LOS, you're golden. While you're within its LOS, if this thing hits you, this thing is anti-material, not anti-personnel. If it hits you, you're going away.
I tell that to the team. I'm like, be careful. Get out of its way.
Carl moves through the smoke and up to the small machine gun turret. Tazik, give me an electronics test.
Okay.
Wow.
That is an 8.
Wow, the dice hate me tonight.
This is some spy game dice. This is absolutely brutal. I can already hear Susanna Grace screaming all the way from Canada. And yeah, he is right there. Carl is right there. He has opened a Wi-Fi channel for you to try and hack this thing. And it might be the nerves. It might be how sore you are after being jostled. It might be the cold. Any number of contributing factors. But you are just having a hard time trying to crack the code on this thing.
What about Carl's BI though? Because I mean, Carl's.
You want Carl to interface with this.
No.
I feel like this is a decision that Tazik would make and think nothing of.
He has no idea. She doesn't know what's happening between Carl and everything
Yep.
they've touched. in the past 2 days?
Oh no.
So there's grades of smiley face. There's the happiest smiley face, and then there's the mischievous, milder smiley face. It's the mischievous one. So
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I have news. The good news is that Carl has interfaced with the turret. Carl has made a friend. We will see the effects of this friendship should you move closer to the building.
That's not concerning at all. Cool. Okay.
Sounds like, did it work? Is Carl in?
Carl's somewhere. What kind of feedback would I get from Carl from this? Besides that, like, it's connected with the machine gun turret.
You know that Carl has interfaced and is getting more data and getting more through than you are through Carl's connection.
Okay.
You have no idea what access Carl has. You also, for the first time, realize you have no idea how Carl is doing anything.
I mean, this is what I wanted, right? I wanted Carl to do things when I asked him to. I never really had to.
This is
Yeah,
why
but
I want to know how Tarzik is presenting this.
You, for the first time, as you are both interfacing with the same
I can't read the language, so I'm
architecture.
realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, okay.
You are seeing symbols you have never seen before. you have no idea
Okay,
what Carl is doing.
okay. Tazik's response to Bars would be like, well, I didn't get in, but Carl is in, but I'm not quite sure what Carl is saying. Tazik does not know how to filter, so it's just gonna tell them. Like, something's happening, but I'm not quite sure what.
This one is lacking confidence.
Have Carl shoot the other turret.
Carl, you speaks to all of my electronics like they're also people. It's just like, Carl, can you, any chance you can help ask or, get this to shoot at the other turrets?
There is a sound of consternation from Carl. Like, he does not approve of this course of action.
Okay, Carl, we just need them to not shoot at us. So, do you have an avenue here that will result in that?
And as that happens, Kryn goes to Bars and asks, is she politely asking her drone to do its job?
I'm choosing not to question.
Fair enough.
Okay. Etsley, you see the turret that you have in your sights currently, the missile turret. It's light. It's indicator light that, like, for safety reasons, is on all these turrets. Because if there's no light, it means it's not functional, not on. Yellow light means it is armed and that it is scanning. Red light means it is actively firing. Green means it is active but passive. The green light turns on.
Ooh.
I'll relay that to the team.
Why do I have a really nasty feeling Carl is about to Squid Games us?
This as soon as Chris, Tazik, wonderful job.
Right, Bars will turn back to the rest with this information from Edling. So,
If I live, follow me.
and he's going to dart forwards using the smoke grenade that Kryn threw for cover
Yeah.
to try and get closer to the
Uh,
now tamed turret.
Yeah, you zoom past, and if the rest of you follow, you all zoom up there. Carl's just floating right by the machine gun turret.
Mhm.
No missiles fire. You notice that like the helipad looks like it's been recently used.
Fantastic, wonderful job.
But you also notice that the front door, you can already tell based upon the other windows, you see the ballistic curtains. These things are heavy. That there's already chains on the front door, so it's also probably barred from the backside as well.
And you said there was a gun turret by the door as well, if I remember.
Well, the machine gun turret's right there by the door.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, 2 missile things, and then there's the machine gun turret by the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on comms, you will call.
Edsley, door, gun turret.
I go. I am for it. I look for it.
Um,
Wait,
for it.
is this the turret that Carl
This is-
has befriended?
yeah, this is the turret that Carl's next to.
Oh, I thought Carl was going for one of the missile turrets.
No, Carl went to the machine gun one.
So wait, the
Oh, I
machine
listened.
gun talked to the ones up there, and they're now turned. So they're all friends now, which is going to be great for us and humanity in the future.
Nothing terrible
Okay.
can come of this.
Nothing terrible.
No, it's
Uh,
never mind. I misunderstood where Carl was. So disregard that.
Tazik would absolutely have stopped by Carl and been like, pat on the head or
Yep.
pat on the equivalent of
Yeah,
the
it has
head.
like a dome.
Yeah, pat it like, well done. I'm so glad you're making friends. I would love when we get back to the ship for you to run me through, because it looks like you're using a language architecture I don't know, so we should definitely chat about that later.
Oh.
That seemed confident. This one asks, can you prevent them from seeing us if they're seeing us through cameras so they don't know which entrance we choose? And then I turned to Tazik. Tazik, could you explain this to them? To Carl, please?
Are there cameras by this door
Yes.
that we can see?
The cameras look like they have been forcibly removed.
Oh. Okay.
And you said it looks like the helipad has been recently used and everything is enclosed,
Yes.
but nothing took off or.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Carl,
So how-
could your buddy like get the chains and stuff and get the door open for us?
Oh.
The doctor.
Okay, fair. It was worth a try.
The doctor reaches behind them and pull through the coat and pulls out the mono blade and flicks it up, spins it a little in their wrist. Is like, would you like me to get that?
Is it wise to go through the front door? They may be waiting us with many of the guns.
Okay.
Is there another way we can enter?
You might be able to, but it involves some mountain climbing.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well
I
then.
think this was our only. We had 2 ways in, and we crashed with one.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Front door it is.
I'm not even gonna make you roll anything, Prax. It's a freaking mono blade. Yeah, you cut through the steel chain that's on the door, like not even dealing with the lock, and it falls to the sides. You try the lock, it's not giving anything. I'm guessing you just kind of slice the door.
She would wait for the others to ask if they want her to slice open the door, because like taking the chain off is one thing, but them being ready to go through the door is another.
Yep.
But prior to doing that, Bars will motion for Edsley to come and join us. Get the party together before we we trigger the
Yeah.
main entrance. But yeah.
Which I will do.
Yep, you guys are assembled. Would you like to try and get through the locked door?
The doc
Sure.
would wait for bars to ask, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to cut it open, or do we want to...
Okay. Yeah, this thing is not reinforced.
She's not going to go for the middle of it. She's going to go off for one side, probably the left.
Yeah,
Take
You-
the left side off.
you're able to easily take the left side off, and yeah, the door collapses. It slides as it hits something that's behind it, but then slides down back towards y'all. There's a number of pieces of just office furniture that have been stacked up. You've cut through parts of the furniture, but that very slapdash barricade is still there. You can look through. All the lights down here are off. Doesn't seem to be anybody around. You don't see any turrets. This section of the first floor looks clear.
How dusty is it?
Not too dusty. This looks like it was probably actively used. Like, if it's been abandoned for maybe a week.
So, given that this is Mass Effect, I presume that there are copious, conveniently placed chest-high walls for us to duck behind.
It looks like they were in the process of moving, so there's all these crates everywhere.
Okay,
That's about right. That's about right. That's about right.
Just make sure that we're not standing behind any crates that have, like, those random, like, little yellow squares on them. I don't want to deal with the explosions.
Yep. All right. Bars will first through is gonna.
I'm not
Stop.
even making you a strength check. You're a fucking Krogan. You push on through. Again, from what you see, like, this place would be a bad kill box. Because there's way too much cover. There's not enough places to really post up and have a significant advantage. A lot of the walls just in this section are those glass blocks, so you could see figures. And those might block a shot, but they're not blocking the second. So this place, it would be a nightmare to defend. So it looks like they've abandoned at least this section of the floor.
Would we have gotten any sort of blueprint or layout before we came?
No, you just knew that there was the secondary facility.
Can Carl get us that?
It's a good
Would you like
question.
to-
Are there any terminals or places that Carl could?
Or, I mean, I was thinking he's already got the connection. If people other than Carl can interface, that's probably better.
Yep.
There is a terminal that's like not too far away from the door. It looks like it's a terminal that's there for like the company VI to interface with guests, deliveries, things of that nature, that any one of you could try and interface with. So Tazik, if you'd like to try and hack into the system, by all means.
Yeah, Tazak would go over and be like, "Oh, a terminal. Hey, Carl," and like keep Carl with me, but not asking Carl yet.
Go ahead and give me an electronics test.
Finally.
Nice.
That's a nat 20.
It was
Okay.
all building to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're into the system, and not only are you into the system, you also see where their team has accessed and gotten into the system.
Right.
and gotten access to that. So you have the ability to patch into their comms. You can see what messages they have left one another, as well as you have full access to this, what is left on the securities system.
Okay. Yeah, Tazek would immediately be like, I have access. I'm, patching comms through to everybody. I've copied over any messages or other documentation from them to your Omni tools. Like, shares everything with everyone because we don't know well, we have an idea of what's happening here, but we don't know what's happening. And then would check if there's any of the remaining security systems or things that are visible in terms of like security cameras or anything else that's still in the facility. I would be able to check to see where are they, what are they doing, do we have an understanding of what we're about to.
Okay. You have a full blueprint of the facility.
Okay.
This place is much bigger than what it looks like on the outside.
Of course it is.
There are 3 subfloors. And one of the subfloors goes to a hangar. So there are essentially 3 access points to this facility. Or in this case, there are 2 exits you guys don't have covered. Just in like checking security cameras, it looks like they have been physically disabled. Like the team came in here, swept through, disabled everything manually.
Okay, so basically, there would be nothing in that data that would give us an indication of where the people are, how they're.
No.
You said we could tell where access was taken. Can we tell from which terminal they sent the comm message to us?
Yeah, there is a terminal on the roof which they were using. So that is one of the ones that they patched through. If you check the use history, going back to within the past week, you see that there's a number of terminals, the subfloors that have been accessed. It looks like the first and second floor were accessed early on, but haven't been used since. And that there's a lot of chatter between the roof and the science facility right next to the hangar, which is on subfloor 2.
I say we go clear out the roof first. That way we don't get pincered later on.
Very
We
well.
clear out the roof, they only come at us from one direction.
Very well.
Yeah, Tazik's gonna trust Bars. Hasn't let us destroy yet.
Yep.
But we'll
I
just ensure that we maintain a connection, like the comms connection every time, so we're hearing them as we continue on.
Okay.
So you guys head further into the facility. You have the layout, you know where the stairwell is. You also know that the elevators have been manually disabled. Like all the elevators, it looks like they brought them down to subfloor 3 and then locked them down. So
Where are we supposed to have stilted, awkward conversations now?
I mean, we can't do that in these stairs as well.
the stairs don't come with music.
Oh no.
It's the sound of our footsteps on them as we.
Yeah. So you go up. It is that standard, like we've all been in them, very square. With the incredibly large landing and the overly tall steps with the giant yellow paint. You're going up these. there is that horrendous echo. There is no stealth here. There is only the sound of echoing footsteps and armor jangling as you are climbing up. The stairs to the roof, those are new. The doors. It looks like they took the old doors off and have put a security door, more than likely salvaged from someplace downstairs, on this door. It does not have an electronic lock. It is all manual.
Savages.
Do you want to knock, or are we just going to be impolite?
If someone wants to try and pick it or be delicate about it, you are welcome to. Otherwise, I can go rather more blunt.
We're inside. Can we just unlock it?
Requires a key on both sides.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, Taz is like,
you guys are familiar with these kind of security doors. This is
Okay.
something that you would find in a high level secure building. Like, again, it's nice to have a lot of electronic things for convenience, but for security purposes, it's great to have a door that does not interface into any security system.
well, me and Carl can't help with this.
Well, subtlety is out the window. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say I'm team. Fuck it, let's just smash through.
Well, then, yeah, subtlety's out the window anyway. So since it was an option in character creation, Bars does not have an Omni Blade. Bars has an Omni Hammer, and that is what's going to be taken to this lock.
And you remind me, you're strength 18, right?
No, strength is 15.
15. That's still high enough. Like, again, strength only goes really to 20 in this game unless you're using some very high level stuff. Like at best, I think you can get to like 26. And wham, you hit this door, and it's secure, but it's not Krogan hitting it with a hammer secure. And the door just falls open. And the individuals up here are caught off guard because they weren't expecting boom. And so you all get to get around. You see all of 3 individuals, camo, Arctic camo gear. Looks like 2 of them have just standard Avengers, and 1 of them has a Viper. So, like, these guys are the scout team.
Familiar camo?
No. Like, you see the Eclipse symbol on the chest, but that's the only sign. Everything else has been changed about the armor. It is, instead of the standard Eclipse yellow, it is an Arctic camo pattern.
Like the one we saw in the vid?
Yeah.
All right.
So for this episode, we're going to do popcorn initiative. So you guys elect who goes first, and then you trade off to eventually you trade to one of the enemies.
Okay. Can I suggest I go first?
All right.
Okay. Gravity field on those 3.
Okay.
They have to roll 15 strength check.
DC 15 strength. Oh
Yes.
my.
Mm-hmm.
That is not small.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
$21.
Say again? Sorry.
They got a 21.
Okay. Pulsing field bonus action. I do it again.
Okay. That is absolutely legit.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it makes sense. I mean, their boss is an absolutely terrifying biotic.
They have some experience from, the torture.
18 to a nat 20.
Come
Oh my
on.
god.
They're more terrified of her than us, apparently.
Yes.
I mean, fair. That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
fair.
Can I just get a quick clarification? We get a surprise round and then we have to popcorn it, including them, or are we supposed to be popcorning?
You get a surprise round. You're gonna popcorn until the end, and then you'll continue popcorn.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So then that was my surprise. A failure,
That was your
apparently.
surprise. Like, they now know you are all here. They know the direction that you are all in, and they know that there's a biotic amongst you, but not as powerful as their boss.
This one feels insulting.
Considering she's level 16, it's not an insult.
Oh shit.
Fail.
So, who's up next?
Which of you would like to go?
Well, I was first through the door, so I will go. Moving further in. Let's see. Well, this isn't going to break out the huge stuff as of yet. So we'll unhook the check which one is which. The cyclone, so the assault rifle, and
Oh yeah, beautiful sight.
just gonna-
Assault rifle.
let's start unloading.
All right.
That roll. Oh, there we go. That's 21 there.
21 will most definitely hit.
Yep, that's about right.
All right. No. Okay, to actually roll the damage. This way.
If you hit the word cyclone underneath in the little box, it should roll the damage for you.
Oh, okay.
So you can
There we
keep
go, 6.
the 22 for your second attack. So you've got
Mm-hmm.
6 with the first.
And 10 for the second then.
Nice.
Okay, so
nice.
the first you see the bullet impact the shield on one of the guys with the Avengers. The second one, you see the shield pop distinctly, and immediately impacts right at the clavicle. While not dead, they are in a load of pain. So they're still standing, but yeah, their shield popped, and they are in a bad way. Who would you like to go next?
I think the doctor, because she makes a point of saying that she doesn't want anybody to outpace her, is going to follow Bars pretty closely and shift out so that she's in a position to hit everybody.
Mhm.
And at the same time, she's going to gesture at the one of the ones that Bars didn't shoot and use throw
Okay.
with her biotics. And I can do that from here. It's a 12 to hit, probably doesn't.
12 just misses.
Mm.
Fun fact, she's a sentinel, so fuck this shit, she's gonna do it again.
Fair.
For a nat,
Nat 20. Did you hit him?
Oh,
Yeah.
you hit him.
Yeah.
And that's 22 damage.
Does it move him at all?
It drives him back 12 meters if he's a medium creature.
Yeah, he is a medium creature, but that's a nat 20, so I'm going to have him go back further. I'm going to have him make a test here. Because this is a roof. That's 22 damage. So,
And it's one of those, she's ducking cover, running, and moving to a location so that she can have cover but still see the field of vision in front of her and behind her.
you knock him over, he skids, and he's right at the edge of the roof. Like, he didn't fall off the roof, came damn close. but he is now prone, and like again, you saw like the biotic hit the shield pop and knock him off his feet and skid. So the guys with the assault rifles are down. That leaves the one sniper. Who's next?
Which one of us wants to go next? I know I stood back a fair bit because I did not want to be in a Krogan's backswing.
No.
Mhm.
I feel like Tazik similarly would not have been very close to the front. So we'll defer to you if you have a preference. You're a sniper, so Tazik's like,
Yeah, then I'll go. Yeah.
Okay.
I got Carl.
Mhm.
Carl. I just imagine Carl going in and just like bumping into the enemy. Like, come on.
Look, Carl's got a gun.
Carl's got a gun.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
He's a
And we're letting
recon
this guy
drone,
take
but
over the world.
he
Yeah.
still gets like a little.
He gets the equivalent of like a really heavy pistol.
Mhm.
So yeah, Carl's dangerous.
Horrifying. I am going to I'm going to attack the remaining one with my sniper snapper.
Mhm.
All right. And just normal 15.
That hits.
Oh, let's go. For 9.
Shot impacts. You see the shield just hold.
Mhm.
All right. That is me.
Okay. You only have one attack? Right, you're an infiltrator.
Yeah.
Though you do get your sneak attack because they weren't expecting you.
Oh,
You're going
say
before them.
less. You say no more. Let me just go ahead and extra 10 damage on that one.
Oh yeah, shield pops.
Yeah.
As yeah, this shot, if you were a little bit more on target, because I have a feeling because of bars and where you're positioned, you're a bit low. Yeah, if you were just a little bit more on target, had the shield popped the way you wanted it to, you would have impacted the femoral artery, and this guy would be gone. But you were just an inch off, and a lot of pain. You can you hear a wail even through the helmet.
Oof.
As like bends over, hasn't fallen prone, but good golly, Miss Molly. All right, Tazik, that's you.
All right, so Tazik would attempt to step out, probably also trying to move to some sort of cover, but not in anyone else's way, if possible, and would bust out her M4 shuriken to also take a shot at our sniper, because he looks like his sniper looks pretty shaky, and the rest are on the edge of, or like have been pushed back, I think you said.
Like there's two that are relatively close together. One got his ass launched next to like the edge of the building.
How close were they to the door?
Not. They're like, I want to say they're about 20 meters from the door.
Okay. Yeah, then Tazik would just pop out, look where everybody is, be moving to attempt to get to a relatively complementary position while also firing.
You can find, again, this is a roof. There are plenty of things for air ventilation.
Awesome. Would a 14 hit?
14 hits.
Right? 5 damage to the sniper.
5 damage to the sniper. You fire, and as they are bent over, you have a perfectly lined up shot. You take the shot right in the head, falls down.
right. Would Carl be my extra action?
Carl can be your bonus action.
Okay. So I would hope that Carl would follow me out but stay close, but he
Yeah.
does have his little pistol.
Yeah, go ahead and you can have Carl fire at the other guy.
Yeah. See what happens. Oh no! Oh wait, no, it just did damage. Is that...
Yeah, that just rolled the damage. He didn't
Yep.
roll the attack.
Whoops.
Mhm.
What does he roll?
Give me a sec.
What do I roll as an attack for him?
Fortunately, I have the bestiary already open.
Ooh.
So you would roll a d20 plus, let's see here, what is his bonus to hit with his a +5?
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Okay, little buddy. Uh,
All right, on D20. Plus, let's see if I do this right. If I remember how to do a roll. Nope.
I can roll for Carl if you want, now that I know his stat.
Nope. I'm trying to do the roll plus the thing, but I messed it up. Can you
Okay.
roll it for us?
Yes.
Maybe you were better than I will. I forget how to put stuff in a roll,
Mhm.
y'all.
All good. All right.
13, he just hits. But you can keep the damage like 4. The guy is still alive, barely.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, the one assault rifle individual that Bars introduced to a world of pain has now been shot by Carl.
Okay. So you said so there's 2 left, right? And one's right on the edge of the
Building, yeah.
of the room. Yeah. Throw at him.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. Just- Let's see if you have a bad time. That's a 12.
12 misses.
Ah, darn it. All right. That's me.
All right. Next up,
Are we gonna let them go, or do we want one of us to go? We can't hear you, Chris.
There's
Sorry.
2 of them left, right?
Yeah.
Yep. there's only 2 left.
I think let's just keep this rolling. So
Mhm.
there's one that's barely standing, and then there's the one that Dr. Sewell yeeted halfway across the platform.
Yeah, who is on his ass.
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
He flew back and is on his back prone.
That one, Bars is going to take off running towards, and I'm not really in the mood to fuck around with shields, so he's going to be on the business end of a Krogan headbutt.
Oh dear. Okay.
Which is a mechanical thing.
Mm-hmm. There's even feats to improve it.
Of course. Of course.
So let's see if that hits. That's good. Oh, no, I don't think it does. That's a 12.
12 misses.
All right, well, we're going to
But
try
you have
again,
advantage because he's prone. And you're doing
which
a melee
puts in
attack.
7, because it rolled it
Okay.
twice anyway, so still doesn't work. But we'll go.
No.
Fine, we'll miss that. We'll go for the second attack. That's
19 will
19.
most definitely hit.
All right, so that is going to be 8 points of headbutt damage.
Just like full on Japanese wrestling, but with someone much bigger. We just see Bars like rush up and then full on the crest of his head impacts this man's chest, which just caves in with
Ooh.
a sickening crack. That the man is beyond dead. Who's next?
So dead he became undead.
I think at that, the doctor's gonna move up to kind of keep pace with Bars, which I think is gonna put her close to the last remaining guy, right?
Mhm.
Fuck this shit. Melee is for the win.
Okay. We have found the flavor of this team.
Look, I didn't bring a gun. I I brought a very nice stabby thingy.
Okay. You brought a sword to a gunfight. Got it.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't. Oh, I know. I rolled a 25, but then it rolled an 8. Why did it roll it twice?
Well, the 25 most definitely hits.
For 11 slashing damage.
Oh, and the 5 lightning. Yeah, it did no. Like,
Yeah,
this-
she's gonna expend one of her barrier to charge up the blade.
yeah, no, this man had a head. Just like full. You provided your own lightning for your Highlander moment. As you decapitate this guy, lightning, the electricity cauterizing the wound. As he slumps over, head rolls, and then we have this wide shot of the building as the head falls off the building. And you have cleared the roof.
Great.
Nice.
Ozzy's
Anything of interest up
definitely
here?
once again giving Carl a head pat, being like, good job, buddy.
Oh.
Uh,
Anything interesting up here that we need to spend any time looking at, or are we good to go back down?
yeah,
I
is there
mean-
anything we can get off their bodies?
Okay, loot gremlins. Yes, you can loot the bodies. The most interesting thing that you find on them, like these are most likely the scouts. They don't have a lot of great gear. But what they do have, each of them, of the corpses that are mostly intact, they each have 2 level 4 homing grenades.
Ooh.
And I think it's one of those. The doctor takes the head off one-handed, sees those, and then very gently picks them up and hands one to Bars, and then another one to Etzley. It's like, not my thing.
Yeah, the homing grenades are nifty in this system. You pick a target, they get hit as long as they're within 12 meters. They get hit. And then anyone who is within 2 meters of them has to save for the same damage, which is 3d6 thunder.
Oof.
And the saving throw is a DC 13 dex save.
So someone else is going to have to take that because I am actually capped on grenades.
Okay. I can
Unless
carry-
someone wants to take one of my frag grenades, and I'll take that one.
How many can we carry at a time?
It depends on your armor.
Well, if you're at the base armor, it's 4. There are some armor pieces that allow you to carry more. What I am going to say for the purposes of our campaign, because I want you guys to have loot, is how this works is you have your grenade slots as the grenades that are available for you to use quickly in combat. These are things that you do not have to take an entire action to, move and then ready and everything. They are just grab, pull, toss. But you can carry additional equipment. It's just, for that, you actually have to take a full action to get the item.
Oh, in that case,
Alright.
yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, dope.
Because that just makes more sense to me.
Yep.
Like,
Dope.
you see all those
absolutely.
pouches on all of, especially some of the Quarian armor, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, you carry more than 4 grenades.
Yeah, yeah.
So while we're up here, can we quickly do anything to disable those turrets from earlier?
If you want to, because of how they're positioned, you can power them down.
I'm not thinking so much as power them down as reach in and rip out as much wiring as possible. I do not want them turning back on quickly.
If you want to take the time to access one of the panels, you can tear stuff out if you want.
I would like to do that if it doesn't take more than a minute to do.
It'll take a little bit more than a minute. if
Yeah,
you're doing both
I
of them.
want to linger up here. I want us to keep things moving. So
Can I
Alright,
see?
so-
Can I see where the cords would be from this turret?
Yeah, there's cabling, but it's not like it runs into the building.
Cool.
And it has that reinforced, like, because you're in incredibly cold weather, so it has the metal cover, and then it'll have layers of insulation, and then the wires.
Can I just cut it?
You can.
I think she would just do it as like a backhand slash.
Okay.
To kind of not pull everything out, but just give it as much, because it looks like Bars wants to make sure that these don't reactivate.
Yeah, I mean, because we have to leave here eventually, and I would like to not be shot down when we do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you can cut the power to these.
Okay.
Literally in this case. Now,
That done, I guess then it's on to wherever that we knew that they were.
Tazik, since you have most of this, you've already interfaced, and you can see that there is, you don't know what it is, but there is definite comm chatter.
Okay.
Now, from your opposing force, they've gone from somewhat active to incredibly active.
Okay. I would tell the team, like, hey, I can't hear, or can't decipher what's being said, but comm chatter is picked up. So, if they're not hearing from this group, they might know that we're inside.
Very well.
Good. That way they might start coming to us, and we can pillbox them.
Or they can fortify downstairs.
Fortifications can break.
This one suggests if they are in the subfloor, and we know the elevator has been set disabled with the elevator at the bottom, perhaps a slow fall down the elevator shaft? A bit of a surprise?
I love it.
Poor Argos.
Yeah, I think the doctor just kind of
Just gonna
points
have to
at
walk down.
just points at the looking Elcor.
This one suggests they are expecting us to go down the stairs. If Argos goes as a distraction and we go down the elevator, surprise, your death.
So you were going to Hulk Argos
I mean, we're gonna
and
try.
have Argos take the stairs
Yeah.
while the rest of you take another route.
Yep. If everyone
Literally, you're
agrees.
taking the elevator and forcing Argos to take the stairs.
If everyone's
Argos
okay with it.
maybe took some damage.
Argos is a big boy. It can take it.
Go with Argos.
Okay, Argos is going to take the stairs. You guys can feather fall down.
Yep.
Bars will go with Argos.
Okay, so there's two
Okay.
things that are exceptionally loud.
That's
Okay.
exactly why he is not going to be quiet going down that elevator shaft. So
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay,
also,
so
I
we're-
really, really want the visual of Bars riding Argos coming in through the doors.
This is the most metal sci-fi polo player in history, because I can just see the Omni Hammer in one hand, the other on the collar of Argos, and just whacking some more.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess as they like divide, Tazik is like, okay, this makes sense. Argos, you're with Bars. Good luck. Keep me up to date. Again, treats all of her constructions like they're people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
don't
Ride of
treat-
the Valkyries playing in the background.
Yeah, you don't treat pets like people. That's where problems start. All right.
So,
She's named all of them.
so you guys go ahead. You descend. While Team Polo is taking the stairs, you are essentially like if you squeeze down, you can open the floor to subfloor 3. If you go a little bit higher, you can get to subfloor 2. And you are fairly certain they're on subfloor 2.
What do we suggest? 2 or 3? Go attack them from below, or go straight to them on their floor. They might be, if they're on subfloor 2, they will notice us going through the elevator. Perhaps we should go from below.
Bars and Argos aren't going to be waiting. I don't think.
That is very true. Subfloor 2 then?
I think we need to provide assistance to our Krogan friend.
Then, and as we float down, then shall you open the way, Doctor?
Fine. And I think this is not the first time she's had to do this, right? Like,
Yeah.
slow fall and at the same time use a mono blade to crack open a wall. Like, this
Well-
seems like something that they have done before.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
and the thing is, you're not trying to crack open the door with a monoblade. That there's no cracking that seam. It's more you make a slice at one of the sides of the sealed door, and because of how it's designed, it falls forward. And so you have one half of an elevator door open, the other half for anyone who's standing behind it. Like, these things are thick, so that is some solid cover as you guys breach. However, they were expecting you. So please roll initiative for this one.
Okay. Of course, a nat 1 for me.
Not 2023.
Nice.
Also, nat 2021.
God damn.
A normal 22.
Normal 22.
A normal 22.
Okay, so let me just.
I have a mod that lets me roll initiative or have advantage on initiative rolls. So can I try second roll?
Certainly, if you have the mod for it, go for it. 19.
Okay, not bad.
Alrighty. That
The
not
7 I had before.
not bad at all. As up first, it's Doc.
Is there anybody currently in line of sight?
Yeah, there's tons. This looks like this was a combination of, like, this was the shipping department and lab. So there are plenty of tables, crates everywhere, and pretty much anywhere where there is cover, there are desks overturned. There are those particular style helmets of the Eclipse and those glowing eyes staring at you. There's a lot of them in here.
Cool. In the biggest concentration that she can roughly see,
Mm-hmm.
to make things easier for other people. Because we confirmed for me correctly that Bars does have a heavy weapon.
Not with
Yes.
him.
Not with him.
Not with him.
Okay, then she wouldn't do that because she would know if they had the heavy weapon or not. Then she's just going to go ahead and, as she comes in, she's going to stab forward with the blade and push out to whichever person that she sees closest for just a throw, and rolls forward into a cover position.
Okay.
And then a round cover is going to shoot at a second person.
Go for it. Make those rolls.
19.
19 will hit.
Yeah, because I found out that I wasn't getting my bonus. 23 damage.
Oof.
And roll me an additional 2d6, please. Because they impact something.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, you throw them and they ragdoll immediately. Like, you threw them back into another turned over desk, full on, and the head keeps going while the rest of the body stops.
well. Sucks to be them. And she's gonna do it again for a 20.
20 hits.
For 17 damage.
You throw the individual. This time they are clear of anything behind them. You see the shield pop. They're prone, but they're most certainly alive.
But they're 12 meters further away.
Yes, they are,
And
and
she's
they're
just
prone.
gonna duck behind cover.
All right. Next up is Bars.
Hey.
Well, no. Next up, I'm sorry. Next up is Etzley. It's Etzley and then Bars.
I am going to. You said there was just a lot of them in here.
It like pretty much if you scan more than 5 feet, you're going to find the head of something.
Okay, and how large is this area?
Again, think of it as like a full-on office floor, except there are no cubicles. It was just like an open floor plan with desks. And then to one side was, you know how they have those like 2-tiered shelving for crates? You see a line of those off to your far right. But you're mostly facing the office section. And then behind that, you see that there is this wide open blast door that then has a very steep decline and leads somewhere further down.
Okay. I then am going to. Let's see. I have everyone behind me. Can I hear the clanking of Argos and Bars coming downstairs?
You hear the clanking so much that if they don't stop, they're just going to. That door's not going to stop them. They're just going to go through that door.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use target painting.
Okay.
So, in an 8-meter cube, as centralized as you can get it, as many people, it will highlight any creature in the area. If it fails its dex saving throw, sorry.
Okay.
And then we have advantage to hit.
They fail.
Okay.
So yeah, you managed to get 4 in your cube.
Let's go. So any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
They're not currently invised, any of them, and yeah, no, the rest of your team will have advantage as they are thoroughly electronically painted.
Yeah. And that will be it. That'll be
Okay.
it.
Bars.
Oh, I get out of the elevator and I like get behind cover.
You make friends with you know how they have those like heavy metal office planters. You are behind that with a fake but thick potted plant.
I love it. I love it.
So you're behind there because again, it's an office building. As Bars, would you like to politely open the door or just have Argos go through it?
Oh, absolutely not. We are Hulk smashing through this thing.
Between both your weights, there is not a door except for a couple of blast doors in this building that can withstand the 2 of you.
Yeah, we are Kool-Aid Manning through this door. And yeah, we'll just I want to have Argos just come in like to a skidding like halt.
Okay.
Through the door. Is the group that Etzley just lit up? Is that the biggest cluster of?
That is the largest concentration. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then he is going to yell out throughout the floor.
Velos, come out and play!
And is going to take that newly acquired homing grenade and chunk it right into the middle of that group that Edsley just painted.
Okay.
Nice.
So with that, I will roll save. Go ahead and roll me 3d6. Okay, they'll take half. But the poor individual that is immediately impacted will take the full 10. Okay, so yeah, the one that the poor schmuck that you actually targeted, shield immediately pops as this grenade ruptures right on them. The rest of his buddies that are nearby see the throw, hear you, and then see the throw, and manage to leap out of the way, but they still get caught in the explosion. But it's nowhere near as bad as the guy that got stuck. He's still in position, but yeah, he realizes aside from this desk and the armor he's wearing, he's got no protection.
And who else is outside of that group? Who else is in visual range?
This is a target-rich environment.
Cool. Then it's just going to pick whoever the nearest person is, and for the second attack, we're going to fire off with the cyclone. Actually, is there anyone within? Let me check the range on the thing again. Within 12 meters.
Yes.
Or 6 meters, rather. Sorry, 6 is
6. If I will say yes, because you didn't slow down, so your chariot got you into shotgun range.
Cool. Then we are going to take the shot with the shotgun. It's going to be the eviscerator. Roll. Oh, I think I know why. Right, 14.
14 hits.
All right. That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage with the eviscerator.
And another person's shield pops. Like it. There's a lot of people that are now realizing they are not safe.
Oh, and I guess I'm gonna, because it's fun, I'm not going to take any movement. I'm gonna leave that up to Tazik to see what Argos does on
Argos' turn. Okay. Yeah. Good news, Tazik. It's your turn. Can't hear you, friend.
Fine. I'm trying to bring up because I have 3 character sheets open between myself, Carl, and Argos. I don't know that there's much Argos can do besides punch stuff.
He is a very large lad. He is a large lad that could very well park himself on someone. You essentially have a compact car that you are in control of.
Well, and there's somebody within relatively close range because we just let Bars shotgun them.
Yes.
So I feel like the immediate absolutely Argos would move forward and just stand on this guy.
Okay. I will roll a d20 for our favorite Nut Elcor, and see how
the Nelcor.
How this goes. Nat 20.
Oh no! Oh. Ooh,
So I've got news. And actually, this is where we have a lot of news all of a sudden catch up. Security program online. And yeah, all of a sudden your steed is not moving as gingerly and is more like an enraged Silverback, with you on the back of it. As with you on his back, he leaps at the individual that you shot.
Oh no.
And with those two large Elcor-like arms, bring them down on the unshielded individual.
Oh.
Good influence.
The man is no more. He has ceased to be. Argos has given himself a new paint job. It's disgusting. So yeah, that's Argos's activation. Tazik, you still have yourself and Carl.
Okay, so Tazik's coming out of the elevator shaft.
Yes.
Are there in the mini targets that are in the area, and knowing that some of them have been dispersed by Bars's earlier grenade, are there any still kind of like in front of the elevator within 8 meters?
Yeah, the ones that he grenaded are still relatively clumped together and painted.
Perfect. Okay. Then Tazik is going to use Electric Slash, which fabricates an electrified whip that lashes out in front of her in a 8-meter cone.
You will get 2 of those poor individuals.
Okay, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. $16.
Please hold, because I'm trying to double check. It doesn't actually say what the saving throw level is.
It is whatever your casting ability is, plus your proficiency, plus 8. So I'm guessing for you it's intelligence, so your intelligence mod, plus your proficiency bonus, plus 8.
Intelligence is plus 3. Proficiency bonus is 3, so 6 plus 8, so 14.
14. So they made their save.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then their damage will be halved.
Okay.
Hold on. Bend luck. Minus 1d4 to that roll.
Bend luck. Yeah. No, that is amazing. Go ahead and roll your d4 and see how this goes.
Okay, 1 second. Slash roll 1d4. 3.
They fail.
Done.
Yes. Okay. So the damage would have been halved if they had succeeded, but since they did not, they are going to take whatever I'm about to roll, which
Yes.
is 6d. I'm sorry. Yeah, 6d6 of damage.
Okay. $18.
Okay.
After the previous explosion, they may not be dead, but they wish they were. No, they are very much hurt. It is absolutely nasty as that electricity just hits and lights them up in it. Every nerve ending is on fire. Now it's their go.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
do I get Carl? as
Oh,
a
no, you
bonus?
still get Carl. Yes, there's another one.
There's another one.
I just want to double check.
Yes.
So let me. What did we say it was? He gets a d20 plus 3.
Yep. D20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5. All right.
D20 plus 5 for his pulse rifle.
That's a 21.
Yeah, he hits.
For 6 damage.
Well, the ones that you slashed, he just caps. Again.
He's getting too good at this.
You realize the recon drone has taken 2 lives now.
Yeah, but he's just finishing off the work the rest of us did.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
Carl's doing great.
What we have realized is Tasik has surrounded himself with murderous robots.
I
We're gonna
mean,
we're gonna have to talk about this later.
that's true. After what Argos just did.
Carl bats clean up real well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he brings you guys home.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's the bad guy's turn. With one additional less bad guy. Now, one of the things that I like to do, especially with this style of combat, is I'm sorry, these are living beings, and things are not going well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there's this thing called a break test. So for anything that is a particular group, I have them have essentially a leadership score. And if you do enough damage, you cause enough mayhem, I roll a leadership test to see if they break. So, and how that leadership test goes is the higher the leadership, the better. And I'm rolling a d20 and I'm trying to roll under. If I roll over the leadership, they break. They break.
Nice.
Like, Velos's leadership is good, but 15 beats her leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys are some of them are moving back in good order, but the ones closest to you are just fleeing. And they're going down that open blast door. As they are running, you see one individual moving up towards y'all.
Oh no.
This is an individual that is familiar to you guys from the film you saw.
Mm-hmm.
The large individual who was in charge, that 6'8" Jack Reacher-like fella. Yeah, he's walking up towards to where they're going. He is walking towards you. He has a riot shield about as big as he is, and is one-handing a suppressor. Like, again, it's large pistol, silenced.
Mm-hmm.
And given everything that has happened, is going to take a shot at Bars. Because the Krogan called out his boss. So he is going to fire with retirement. Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Nice.
All right. The first shot goes wide. Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
All right. For 8 piercing damage.
Zoom, shields absorb. Which remember, shields come back at the start of the round. Is that how that
No,
works?
you have to be in cover and not. Essentially, you have to not get hit for a round, and then your
okay.
shields regenerate their regen rate.
Okay, cool.
And then you notice as this little thing starts to construct itself on his back, it fires and automatically hits. As Bars, you take 14 lightning damage from his Hawk missile launcher.
Cool.
Oh no.
Right, that's fine. Shields are gone, and down 2 went through. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's for your shield, the damage is doubled until the shield goes away. And then you take the remainder. Because lightning damage eats shields.
14 was enough to kill the shield anyway,
Okay.
with 2 going through, so.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it eats the shield, hurts you. You get a little singed. This guy means business. Also, interesting enough, because I don't care what you are. There is no such thing as stealth aircraft when it comes to turning on. You hear a aircraft beginning to turn over and getting ready to launch.
Oh no.
So now, Kryn, it's your go.
Alter center mass on that guy. He has to make a 15 Constitution roll.
DC 15 con? Okay.
Yep.
Give me a sec. That's Mason. Right. He fails.
Okay, so first off, all his actions and saving throws are going to be at minus 1d4, and until my next turn, all attacks against him are have advantage.
I think that's enough for him to use his Indomitable and try to roll again.
Oh, come on.
You're making him use his Indomitable.
All right, fine. Yes.
Still fails. Rolls the exact same. With a 6. So you got him. You got him. All right. So is that all for you, Kryn?
Yep.
All right. We go back up. Doc.
Oh, and additionally, he can't take reactions either.
That's really important.
He can't take reactions?
Nope.
Oh, fuck this guy. Hey, so fun fact about being Drell is we're fast as fuck. I want to clear the room. I want to get to the other side of this room.
Okay.
And towards the door.
All right. So you're using your Drell speed.
I get
to.
Yeah.
Are you going to dash?
How far across is it?
Again, this is like an office area, so you're having to cross about I want to say 50 meters.
Okay, so yeah, I'll dash.
Okay.
Dash, and then bonus action, pop the barrier as just dash by this person.
Okay. Well, he can't take a reaction.
Can't take reactions.
So you pass by him just, and you see, like, again, there is this long slope. Like, there's a few of the folks who are injured that are slowly making their way, but the rest have cleared. You see there's a landing down there, but you also see this distinctive striping of what you would notice in a hangar. Hazard stripes, all of that.
I'm also going to take as much visual and auditory information as I can from all senses about this vehicle, about who's flying it, how many people are getting on, all of the information about it, because, you know, eidetic memory.
You don't have a clear view. You need to get further down, but you are very close. Like, you can smell things turning over, like, and yeah, no, it's. You also hear more news as there are turrets down there. Carl's in active combat mode. The turrets are in active combat mode and are now firing at the people in the hangar.
Ho ho ho!
This is fine.
Isaac, you are truly a great
Carl made
hacker.
friends.
Carl made friends. So yeah, you hear the distinctive sounds, Doc, as automated machine gun sentry turrets, likely a chorus of 4 of them, are now firing into the hangar.
I'm going to relay that back to everybody else.
Mhm.
Because, like, Carl's new friends with the machine guns are firing at the Eclipse attempting to escape.
Okay, that is something to discuss later. Especially Tazik, did you intend for them to shoot without your orders?
Carl said he made friends, so
Okay. Okay.
Edsley, it's your go.
Okay, there's this big guy here.
Yes, he is
I'm
thick.
I'm not
He is
the
thick.
fastest of our friends. How far is he from us?
He
or like
is
my
a-
potted plant, I guess I should say.
He is about 50 meters from your potted plant.
50 meters. Okay. So I couldn't do that. Okay. So what I'm. So how does his riot shield work?
It is just a flat boost to his AC.
Okay. All right. Then 50 meters ahead of me. I'm just trying to see if this feature requires me to see. Damn, he's far away. He knows where I am. I don't get sneak attack. I am going to I'm gonna hit my tactical cloak as my action, and I am going to run as my full speed 12 meters to some cover.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to steady aim at this individual.
Okay.
And this is going to be my spot. This is my saddle spot.
Sounds good. You find yourself behind one of the overturned desks as you steady your sniper rifle on the edge of that desk, lining up a shot. Bars, it's your go.
Oz yells out to the rest of the squad.
Go, don't let them escape. Go stop them.
And will jump off of Argos, wielding the giant Omni Hammer, and charge straight towards our riot shield wielding friend.
Okay.
Time. So we're going to take the first swing with the Omni Hammer. 23 to hit.
That hits.
So that is going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage for that.
You hit him. You hit him solid. But you also you feel this guy in this hit. You have hit Krogan that are less fit than this guy. This should have probably crushed any of the others. This hit, no, he just firms it. You have his attention though.
This will fun.
Second attack. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Shit for damage, so 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you hit, like, after the first one, he manages to get more of the shield up as you were swinging. The first strike, you got him clean past the shield into the shoulder. The second one, it's more he is taking damage through the shield into the forearm just from the reverberations of your hammerhead.
Cool. Bonus action, thumps a button on his chest, which injects the shot of adrenaline from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So, extra action this turn. So we're going to take
Go
two
for
more.
it. Yes.
Oh boy.
That's it. 12 to hit for that one.
12 will miss as he manages to, like, parry. Oh, that 20.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
14.
Yeah, he pushes your shot away with the Omni Hammer. You use the momentum and you're able to quickly move and maneuver the shield and get past it, and you hit low, you crack right into his hip. And with most folks, hip would have just cracked. He gives a little, like, that muscle under there, if this man lives, he is going to be limping for a month. Just absolutely brutal. But he's still standing.
That's it for me.
All right. Next up is Tazik.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah, it's Doc, Esley, Bars.
Sorry,
Tazik.
I just blinked for a minute. I was like, "Are you all still there?"
Mhm.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Would I feel like Argos would follow Bars?
If you want him
Oh,
to, he
God.
will.
Oh God, he's imprinted on bars.
At this stage, because I told Argos to go with and listen to and help Bars.
Mm-hmm.
And I have so far, just by being in the same room, not issued any new orders.
Mm-hmm.
Help Bars. Got it. Okay, you would just want me to go off that programming?
Yeah, because I didn't give anything specific.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
So
Bars.
no. This is interesting. $15 versus Mason's. Okay. So Argos rushes, and there is a thunderous impact as Argos collides with Mason. He was trying to bull rush him.
Question. Remember, he has advantage. Oh no,
Oh.
yeah. I'm not sure if this counts as action rolls, but yes, I think he has advantage on this.
Okay.
Because
I-
rolls are center mass.
Right. So Argos gets another roll.
Yep. No, never mind.
There's a thunderous crack. The man with the shield holds firm, but now has two massive individuals on him. Like, he doesn't get pushed back, he doesn't get knocked over, but he is quickly having a lot of not quite meat and a lot of meat on his on his person. Now, Tazik, you have a Carl and you have yourself. What would you like the two of you to do?
What does the rest of the, I guess, the lay look here?
Well, most of the area is cleared out of the soldiers who are fighting. It's this large figure, and then most of them have descended down into what you think is the hangar. And
Okay.
it sounds like there is a firefight happening.
Okay. Because since Bars told us to go and stop them from leaving, and Dr. Sewell sent through the heads up about Carl's friends, Tazik decides the best option would probably be to try and get to the hangar to assist.
So you can go ahead, full move dash. Get as far forward as you can. Would you like to send Carl as far forward as he can?
Yes.
Okay.
Send Carl to help.
So the two of you zoom up, and now it's the baddie's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So our large fellow, is like not sure about the armored Elcor, but Bars, you've got his attention, and now you're close, and so he hot swaps weapons as he puts the suppressor away, and now pulls Bucking Billy, and fires. 24 hit.
Counter strike.
Okay, how does that work?
Okay, when a creature you see casts a power or makes an attack within range, you may use a reaction to cast its power, flinging an object. I'm going to say an office chair. You first off, you automatically fail the dexterity roll, which means I automatically hit. But you're gonna actually make that roll real quick first. 1 second. Gravity catapult. Takes 30 damage, and he has to roll Constitution, I believe. Let me be 100% sure. Yeah, Constitution at half the damage, 15, and if he fails, the attack fails.
Okay. That's a hell of a thing.
Yep, did it second level because I wanted to do that damage. Nope.
No. Okay, so that attack fails. He gets absolutely beamed by this office chair.
Right in the head.
I swear, if this dude survives being like cracked on by a Krogan with a hammer and dies to a flung office chair,
He's still up. He is very badly hurt. But he will fire again. 27.
just hits, yeah.
Oh, so that was the damage. I wasn't supposed to be rolling that.
Okay.
So we'll take that if this hits. 25.
Okay, it probably hits.
So that's 27 piercing damage.
Okay.
Then he's going to spend his action surge as he's trying to rip this clip into bars. Nat 20.
Oof.
For 28 damage. Are you
Ouch.
still standing?
Oh, I'm still up.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
a
He's
He
like,
gets-
I'm a Krogan, tank main for life.
He gets one more shot.
Okay.
27. Like,
Bro.
this guy is not rolling like less than 16s.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
How do I only have one? Oh no.
for 30 piercing.
So that would take him down. Blood rage.
Okay. Like, you guys see this man one-handing a shotgun and ripping the clip in it into bars point blank.
And on that last shot, you all see kind of bars like recoils, the eyes start to roll back into the skull, but then just stomps forward. And if any of you have ever seen a blood raging Krogan, you know what this is. If you haven't, it is one of the most terrifying things you have ever seen.
Yeah, like Mason has pressed the oops button. But that is his go. As he's not going to try and move out of the way of now a blood raging Krogan and a Elcor of some sort. So yeah, this is all sorts of nasty. You hear screams, Doc, from below. Same thing with you, Tazik, as the multiple machine gun turrets are firing. There is a firefight going on below. But Tazik, you, because of your engineering history, and hell, Doc, because you've flown on a number of shuttles, whoever is piloting that thing has changed their mind and is no longer waiting. And whoever's down there is about to get hit with some very nasty backwash. in about 6 seconds. So yeah, now Kryn, it's your go.
Okay, so this dude basically took on a Krogan, a not Elcor robot, and is still up and how hurt is he look?
He looks like he's just done 5 rounds with Tyson at his best. Like he may have 5 more rounds in him, but that's about it. He's not going the full 15.
Okay. All right, well, I don't like to take chances. Kryn is gonna do catapult, another 2nd level. This time he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. He's slightly better at this.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Wrong input. $17.
Damn it. Okay. Because I was gonna say Ben Luck, but I already used my reaction with catapult. So yeah, it misses him entirely.
You get him the first time, but for those who remember the show Titus, so does he, as he ducks boy. As another office chair goes swinging at his head. So we're back up. Doc, what are you doing?
So I see out of the corner of my eye, Bars get pummeled by this shotgun, and now
you heard it.
Oh, I heard it. I know. I am fully aware. I viscerally see and take in a minute all of the injuries that he has. Thank you, Drell-Eidetic memory. And fun facts: field medic Sentinel. She pushes a hand out, and a bunch of nanites detach from her arm and surround Bars. He is now surrounded in a tech armor, trauma suite. Bars, if you drop below 0 hit points, again, the trauma suite will automatically shut off, but you will be stabilized. You currently have 18 bonus hit points, and in addition, because I can then also cast this as a bonus action on you in this trauma suite, you get hold on, it didn't pop there. That's not right. Oh, because it didn't roll the extra die. Okay, so you get another 2d8.
Impressive.
Yeah, an extra d8.
What's the total of
14 hit points back, plus a bonus of 18 hit points.
So that
bonus hit points.
Temporary hit points.
So that also knocks out the blood rage.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. The blood rage has no effect outside of making me not die.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's fun.
So now you are stable. You've got 14 hit points. You have 18 bonus hit points, temporary hit points, and if you drop to 0 again, you stabilize. She does this off an arm, and then turns to basically run not into the fire, but as close as she can get to see as much information as she can get about the ship that's taking off.
Okay. This is a Starhawk gunship that is taking off. It is Ares' primary competitor. It is far more expensive, far more finicky, but has better performance. It is also a heavier transport. So this thing has a greater transport capacity. It is more for personnel than car carriers. And it is armed pretty much to the teeth of what a troop transport is armed with, and definitely has FTL capability.
Mhm.
You see the paint job, you see the call numbers on it, all that gets stored into your mind. You see beforehand, like, there are likely 12 individuals that are going to get roasted by who's ever piloting that ship, as well as the tide of carnage that is being unleashed by the turrets, turning some of those soldiers that you fought previously into, as best described, human mulch. So, Etzli, it's your go.
Okay. I am going to hit my visor as my bonus action, and a creature within 30 feet of me just takes more damage. And I'm going to... It's the gist of it. That's all you really have to know. And I'm just gonna shoot at this guy. Still steady aiming.
Okay.
Coming out of Invis with tack.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Does 15 hit?
15 misses, but you have advantage.
Remember, he has Ultra Center Mass, which lasts for a minute, so 1d4.
Even with the D4, he would still have...
Okay.
15 would still defend him.
Okay, cool.
I will... Where is my thing? Boop. That's worse. Okay, here's... Would 2d4 get me there?
If
Because
on the
I have
first
something
one,
that would
yes.
Give me a d4.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Because I also have fake it till you make it.
Okay.
Which gives me a d4
Mhm.
if I miss.
Okay.
Oh, no 4?
So 2.
Okay, hold on. I think that fucked up. Did that fuck up? Because I did the thing?
It's
Because
not reading for me. So
It didn't
Yeah.
roll. You just entered it backwards, so it has to be.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
okay, you hit. You hit with the first one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Then that is an awful roll.
For 21?
Yes. If that's what the math is, yes.
Yes. First shot connects. Hits him, like, you thread the needle because there's like 2 huge individuals in front of this big man.
Yeah.
You manage to slip past the shield
Mm-hmm.
and connect on his side. You're fairly certain you have at least clipped a lung. He's still standing. Somehow, some way, this giant man refuses to die.
Alright.
Poor manners, that.
Bars, your go.
Oz just looks down at the shotgun blast wounds in his gut, looks back up at this guy, and with a big toothy grin.
My turn.
Headbutt.
Go for it.
That is going to be, come on, 15 on the first one.
15 misses.
All right, and let's do the second. Come on. No, that was a 6.
No.
The wounds, the pain of everything, is just slowing you down.
Let me,
It's not.
quickly
It's
try to
not.
negotiate. Am I flanking with Argos?
We can do a negotiation. I can have it so that Argos is flanking.
Which is-
However, your injuries will be more severe.
Perfect. Would then make that first one a 21.
You
Dope.
hit.
Hit the actual button that I meant to do. Not great though. 4 points.
That's enough.
Yes.
He was at 3.
Way to go,
So-
Bars.
Woo!
Go ahead and tell me how this headbutt ends this giant of a man.
It is not a single one with the adrenaline surge of the blood rage going, plus the fact that he had already artificially jammed adrenaline into himself as well. Bars is tweaking right now, and it is full-on mosh pit headbang right into this guy's skull as he starts to drip or drop rather.
Mhm.
Drip probably works as well. Will grab him by the arms and continue smashing
like-
in until this guy's head is full on Gallagher.
Like, no, the first crack, he immediately goes to one knee. You pick him back up. Like, he is already dead weight. He is unconscious. As in your rage, it's just one after another, after another. Like, Tazik, Doc, you hear this man's neck snap before you hear the helmet start caving in. Like, these are sounds that will haunt your nightmares as Bars just continues to go to town until that helmet is entirely unsalvageable.
Do you think he's aware that humans are already dead?
I don't think it matters.
Fair enough.
Tazik, it's your go.
Great. Am I within visual? Like I can see this.
You can just see the carnage and the back end of this transport.
Can I fire overload at it and see if I can?
You can try.
I mean, it
I will
qualifies
say
as
you
an
can try.
object.
Yes,
Okay.
it is an object. I just
I'm
also
trying
know.
to stop them from leaving.
I just also know the stats of the ship. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
Well, I just don't know if it'll like do enough to keep it.
Okay, so like, go ahead and roll damage.
Well, that's.
Like, you hit the ship.
I don't remember if I picked heavy overload or not for this.
Well, let's just assume that you did. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
So that's 3d8.
Yeah, 19. You don't even see this thing's shields flicker as the lightning hits it and impacts the shield field. Like, you can see just this thing has starship grade shielding.
Yeah.
If your entire team hit it with overload, you might have stopped it.
Okay, but we also have all of the turrets and Carl.
Yeah, but the turrets are more interested in the humans.
But Carl still has his turret. What can Carl do? Can Carl convince them to aim at the ship?
Even with all of them firing at once, it's not
wouldn't-
enough.
Okay.
No.
I'm
These
trying.
these are anti-personnel, not anti-material.
Mhm.
If it were the rockets, yeah, that'd be a different story. But no, they didn't put something that destructive in here.
All right. Well, because all we have left is the ship, though. Is there
Well,
anything in the field of view that we can?
Well, there's people. They're being mowed down, and
Oh yeah, I mean,
12
like
of them
the
are going
turrets
to
already got this.
12 of them are going to be roasted by whoever's piloting that ship. It's going to be grim. You might want to look away.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything within field of view or anything else we can attempt to do
Uh,
that would stop the ship.
Stop. No, you might be able to pick up some info if you have Carl try to access the ship's comm signal.
Oh, absolutely. If we don't already have access to it from the hack that
You
I
don't,
did earlier.
because it's a separate entity.
Okay, yeah. Then we still have Carl's action, so it's gonna absolutely be like, Carl, what can you get us? We're not, like, my attempt failed.
Because of what I rolled, Carl does not get a ton, but he does get all of the transponder data. So he has the registration for the ship as to the company that sold it, its model number, its make, and what planet it was sold on. And with that, ship kicks on, flies out of the hangar. There is blood-curdling screams coming from below. And then shortly thereafter, the turrets go quiet. I'm just going to narrate as we are coming to the end for a little bit. You guys search everything, high, low. You manage to find that the mercs left the prototype. You also find the secretary, throat slit in the very bottom basement, as well as a number of data pads with contract negotiations. Apparently, whoever was paying for this job tried at the last second to skimp. And so the mercs killed the contact, took the facility. We're going to just call things there. And then y'all showed up.
I see.
But they also stripped the facility of every bit of tech that they didn't use to defend it.
But they left the prototype.
They left the prototype.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, as Bars would tell you if he was conscious, is that, again, as bloodthirsty and awful as Velos is, she's a professional. They didn't pay for the job completion. They don't get the thing.
That's what happens when you get greedy.
Yeah, somebody tried to fuck over the Eclipse. Yeah, the face that Prax made says everything.
I think, while everyone else is strip searching this place, the doctor is immediately providing medical care to Bars,
Mm-hmm.
and then afterwards is going through any survivors of the eclipse and seeing if she can provide medical assistance to any of them.
There were no survivors.
The machines were very thorough.
Yeah, you also notice this in going over everything, Doc, because it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Turrets don't normally fire like that.
No.
Turrets fire for center mass. The turrets were firing headshots.
She makes a note of that,
Mhm.
and then would take a couple images on her Omni tool and send them to both Etzli and Tazik, saying, I have some mild concerns about Carl's new friends.
Carl's falling in with a bad crowd.
And
these turrets are meant to short burst center mass fire. That is their targeting protocol.
Mhm.
That is the standard targeting protocol. It is the safe and legal targeting protocol. This isn't quite a war crime, but it's close.
Yeah, Carl is our chopper. That's yeah.
This one has a question. Technically, the mission is accomplished. We prevented this device from going to sources that would use it for ill. But we are not here under obligation for the corporation. Could we make use of this prototype in some way?
We were and she would look at Corinne and go, "We were hired to return it."
Were we hired to return it?
Yes. We don't get paid if we don't return it.
Fine.
That doesn't mean that certain people
like
can't to scan it all to hell.
Tazik,
Yeah,
would you
I
like
would
to
like to scan the fuck out of that weapon. Take any and all information I possibly can out of that weapon.
Okay. All of you gain another renegade point.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, wait, hold on. And then Tazik wants to. The other thing is because we did get the information about the ship, and knowing that this facility had been stripped, that's something that we can either barter, sell, depends on how we're feeling at the end of this, back to the company.
Oh, you want to sell the information about where that ship went?
I'm saying we can.
Well,
I don't know if we need to know about this ship.
Yeah, and we could also sell the information of, oh, by the way, a rival company apparently hired these mercenaries. You guys can probably investigate to find out who it might be, and maybe give us a bonus for uncovering the people or helping you uncover the people who wanted to fuck you.
Craig, give me a persuasion test, please.
Okay then. Persuasion. 21.
Okay.
This one thinks that we are here to help you synergize our efforts together and perhaps bring justice against those who would bring against the profitability of your company.
You turn over the transponder information. You turn over all the data pads that you find. Alliance Risk Corp will do two things for you. First, you all will be licensed to purchase Alliance grade gear. You all get the license. Two, because of the personal risk that you took and that you turn all this over, as well as turning over the weapon, Alanis, not your patrons, Alanis will give the group 100,000 creds. And that's where we're going to call it, folks. As Bars is recovering from shotgun meatball surgery to his midsection. But the rest of you have, because I'm guessing you're stripping this place for everything and it's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, full loot gremlin. You've got a lot of gear that you can sell, repurpose, or use. You will get that information later. But yes, this was absolutely delightful. Thank you all for being here. We're a live vlog, YouTube stories, nothing without its audience. You're much part of this as we are. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I've been Pope, your humble storyteller. If you want to find me online, Pope World Build. If you want to see more of my silly face, you can tune in tomorrow night over at Wandering DM, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for more Montreal by Night. We are underground, and things have gotten very interesting, complicated. So you can see both myself and Prax in that. And then if you want to see more of me in this hat, tune in Saturday over at 3 p.m. Eastern on Valdrian's channel for another Mass Effect game, our favorite game on the Citadel, with the Myrmidon crew. And they're also on Novandria. Different company, different timeline. But I'm playing a pilot that is currently having the entire ship fall out of the sky to try and save the rest of the crew. So hopefully I won't screw that up. But if I do, it'll be one hell of a story. But now to hear from these other storytellers and where you can find them. So first up, Jesus, how you doing, my friend?
Hi guys, this is Jesus, who once played Kryn, the guy who just wants what's best for us as a group and a little marriage. Anyway, a little marriage. So you can find me in most places as Aravandus. I have a podcast. I play a bunch of taped up role playing games, indies, D&D, a bunch of everything that I played for a couple of years called Fandible. I also have a YouTube channel called Arvandus where I do go and deep dive into the lore of various war games because I'm also a war gaming nerd. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Someone who does the shootings quite well would be our sniper, PB. How you doing, and where can we find you?
I'm doing well. Before I get into that, I'm gonna make sure to say I tip Phil, our pilot. I space bendo him like.
Oh, if he's alive, if he's alive,
he's alive.
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
Yeah.
Phil lived.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna space bendo him some creds for being a good sport.
Oh.
And and yeah, I'm PB. You can find me at PB Plays Inside over on Blue Sky and on Twitch. Right now I'm going through a Mass Effect playthrough, and last week I didn't stream, but this week, this Monday, coming back to it, we're going to be finishing up Mass Effect 2 at long last, and it should be a lot of fun. And am I doing anything else on anybody else's stream? I do not think so. So that is me.
Awesome. Someone who also streams and does some amazing work, as well as some amazing forms of entertainment, is Chris. How you doing, friend?
Hey, yes, it's. I'm glad you worked. I was going to ask if Phil survived too. He was also very, very much on my mind as well. So yeah, you can find me over at twitch.tv/paintingpirate or paintingpirate.com. I'll be streaming tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday as well, same time. And then I'm off for a while. I will also be absent from our next session of this game, unfortunately, because I am in the process of preparing to move the entire way across the US, which I will be doing next weekend, starting a very, very long drive process. So I will be absent for a while, but once all that's settled, I will eventually be returning to streaming, and yeah, we'll find out about that whenever I know where I'm living, which I don't, and that's great. I'm super chill about it.
Someone who's surprisingly chill about the oncoming VI apocalypse is Tazik. Lady Luck, where can we find you? How you doing?
At least Tazik knows now that there's some weird language going on. Theoretically. But hi, yes, I'm Lady Luck 34. That's how you can find me around the internet. I stream occasionally. My schedule's a little funky right now. But games and crafty things like sewing and crochet and dice making. I have too many hobbies. But you can find me on my channel on right now, Monday and Wednesday evenings. And then obviously here with you all, Kryn might get punted out of an airlock at the rate we're going. It'll be fine. We've wrapped this up at least. No marriage has happened yet.
Yet.
I don't think there will be a marriage at this point because you showed up for the meeting and wound up infecting the entire station with a VI. So, that...
Just don't come check out this old facility because you don't know how the turrets are going to react.
Oh, no, that old facility is now part of the problem. Someone who gives us some delightful problems is Prax. How you doing, friend? And what are you up to?
I'm doing okay. The good doctor would indeed have, after shifting bars to their ship and then, well, shifting him to be transported and then checking no one else is alive, would have checked to see if Phil needed medical attention as well.
Phil was good. He bailed out. He thanks to Kryn, he managed to grab the parachute. It's just he bailed out high, So it took him a while to come down.
Look, you release that pull too early, you're gonna take a while. But that's probably better in his case. Hey everybody, I am your friendly neighborhood Prax, at DearJadonlan on Twitter, or Praxagorth is my for you see me around here on Twitch, Praxabard over on Instagram, Hive, and Blue Sky. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, Pope, for running this game. Thank you, fellow players, for agreeing to this shenaniganry and all the fun times. For those of you who were paying attention, I did run a poll in chat while we were doing. So the next piece of merch that will show up on the merch store, hi, I have one of those. I share all the proceeds with that with the cast members of my various shows. The next thing that will be showing up on that merch store will be Carl made friends merch. Because we need Carl made friends merch.
Nice.
You can next find me, as Pope said, tomorrow night over on Wandering DM, as we are playing some very interesting Vampire the Masquerade, and everything that's happened is still not Flory's fault. Even with all the bad things that have happened, still not Flory's fault. If you want to support anything that we've got going on here, you can, I have a Ko-Fi. All of that goes into the channel to try and help run things, keep all the tech up to date, all those good things. I also, hey, you miss out on anything, you come and hang out with us for the first time, I have a YouTube. All the VODs go up on YouTube, including some interesting things. If you like, share, comment, subscribe, all of those good YouTube-y things. I see them, I try to respond to everybody, and make sure that you're all having fun. And last but not least, I will be back here on Saturday for our book club chats, because reading is fun and I like to talk about books, and that's all the good things that happen. So with all of that, thank you again for being here. Thank you all of my friends for hanging out. Let's see if there's anybody up we can raid. Not at the moment, so we're just going to end it off to here. But we will see you next week. And I'm sure everything will be fine.